Welcome, everybody, to Pick and Roll. Of course, the NBA betting show goes live every weekday morning, 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time on the Board YouTube channel, part of the Hammer Betting Network. And on this show, we go through NBA free picks to start off. Then we'll get Pips' analysis on those two free picks that we have for today. We then talk about the recap of yesterday's bets before going into some trending topics. Today's topic being Giannis's 64-point game, franchise record against the Pacers. However, maybe masked by some controversy about the game ball of all things afterwards. And then we'll recap the bets to finish off. So if you guys are supporting the show, you like what you see today, smash that like button. Let's try to get to 100 likes on the stream once again today. Set ourselves up for a big Friday tomorrow. And also, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. But we're out here on a Thursday to find some NBA free picks, and the free picks that we have today, two straight player props, no SGPs involved today. A bit of a rare one, I'd say, for Pips on the Pick and Roll show. But the first play, we are going to the Thunder and the Kings to play against De'Aaron Fox. We're going to take him under 30.5 points for -120 odds at DraftKings or BetMGM. Again, playing against the Thunder over there. We'll get the analysis in just a moment here. The second play, we're going back to him. We're going back to Nikola Jokic. We're not going with the points this time, though. We are going to straight up go for a triple-double as the Nets visit the Denver Nuggets. Jokic to record a triple-double is +120 at ESPN Bet, but have no fear. You don't have access there. You can get it for +115 at BetMGM, but this is a prime opportunity to line shop. We go with what's widely available to most of our audience here. If you don't have access to these books, perhaps you have access to another book that has the odds available. Make sure you're line shopping. Use an odds comparison tool like BetStamp to help you do that. That's what I did pre-show to make sure we are getting the best line. Okay, Pips, let's go to that first play here. De'Aaron Fox on the under. A lot of unders this week, perhaps also a bit strange for the show. But why are you back in the Thunder to thwart Fox tonight?
I mean, if you take a look at the line, I mean, it's a bit too high of a line for De'Aaron Fox. He was in the 28 and 29 range a lot of games so far this season, and he's under on this line in 11 out of the 17 games so far this season, which is 65% of the season. So now getting the Thunder matchup, yeah, I mean, like, Thunder seems like very high scoring games, but they limit everything Fox is good at. So Fox is scoring the most. So Fox is mostly scoring via transition, via isolation, and via pick and roll ball handler. So Oklahoma City Thunder's second best isolation defense in the league, allowing second least points in the entire league, third least points from the transition, and fourth least points to pick and roll ball handler. So 75 to over 75% of the De'Aaron Fox points comes through those three categories. And if you look combined, Thunders are the number one defense in the league looking at those three combined. Like, they are allowing the least points through those three combined. So, and also Fox is killing everyone from the mid-range area. Thunders are allowing fourth least mid-range shots in the entire league. So, like, if you go to every metric that there is out there, Thunders are the best defense against Fox. They have Dort to defend Fox, and they have Ariuki Wallace, who is great on defense. Like, so far, what I've seen, he's amazing, and I think he's maybe even better suited to defend Fox than Luguentz Dort. So yeah, like, one-on-one matchup, difficult. Every way he tries to score, like, Thunders are best. And even if he gets to the rim, it's Chet Holmgren out there, and they will swarm on him like every single drive. Like, I mean, very, very difficult matchup. The way I can see Fox going over this line, if he shoots like tremendous from three, or he gets like 10 plus free throws. That the only way I can see. And looking at how he shoots free throws and how he is a shooter this season, like, yeah, I don't trust it. So, I mean, everyone else will be in a better spot. So, yeah. And looking at the graph, as I said, 65% under 30.5 line. And he always comes close. So, Yeah, I think 30 is a bit inflated. If this was 28.5, I would say like, okay, this is good line, like good split. But now I think it's a bit too much.
All right, that is fair enough on that front. And yeah, I completely agree with what you're saying about the defensive matchups associated for De'Aaron Fox here tonight. Shout out Casey Wallace. Been playing really well as a rookie for this team as well. Let's go to that second play. So typically when you go to Jokic on like when you think Jokic's gonna have a big night, you go with the points, assists, rebound, same game parlay. Today you're going with something a little bit different and going with just a straight up triple double. So talk to us about why you're feeling this play against the Nets and why you're going with this setup instead of the SGP.
So last game when he was ejected, prior to that, he had 17 minutes logged in and scored 5 points. He wasn't even trying to score. Like he wasn't even looking to score. He had some issues last couple of games with scoring wise. He had some problems with efficiency. And last game, he didn't even try to score. Like he was just passing around. And in those 17 minutes, he had 9 rebounds and 6 assists. Now he's coming home. We all know Jokic at home assist goes way up. So I just think with Jamal Murray back, with MPJ being healthy, Gordon being there, with everyone being there, and against the like a small size, like small lineups from the Nets, they will need to double Jokic inside, like or at least put help close, and Jokic will have some easy target to pass out and rebounds. He will crush rebounds. So I think it's a good, and also he's getting 10 points no matter what you do on the defense. But I don't think like it's kind of important what approach will Nets have, but I don't think they will even try to play one-on-one with Sharp or Claxton on Jokic. That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, so we have the Jokic triple-double going with that and the De'Aaron Fox under on the points. So a bit easier to fall today with just 2 players involved. What we had a lot of players on is yesterday's bets. Unfortunately, our Zion Williamson bet voided. If you bet it at BetMGM, it voided. If you didn't bet it there and it didn't void, well, the Pelicans still won. So you got like, I don't know, 20% of a unit back, whatever it may be. But yesterday was another pretty much break-even day.
30.
What was that?
Yeah, it was like 30 because like it was like I think minus 300 for them to win.
So yeah, whatever it was, for show tracking purposes, BetMGM, it's a voided bet. So for our bets, unfortunately, it was a split day once again. 0.05 units of profit, but yeah, it's a break-even day. Malik Beasley is a no-sweat winner. Brooke Lopez is a no-sweat winner. But where we had the difficulties was in the other side of it. Lillard was pretty sweat-free. Buddy Hield does not get to the 10 points once again. Halliburton does not get to his 10 assists. I tracked incorrectly, but that's okay. It still didn't win. Yeah, fourth quarter, it felt like second half, I mean, looking at the halftime numbers, it really felt like Halliburton was on pace. Buddy Hield was on pace, but didn't get much in the third. Pacers struggled, and fourth quarter, like they relatively had no impact on the game. It was a lot of garbage time here. Talk to us about this matchup here, then we'll talk about Giannis afterwards.
But this was bet that's supposed to win like 90% of the time. If you take a look at the last game, not maybe 90 but 80. So Buddy Hield was 1 from 6 from 3 again, wide open threes, and he didn't play much in the second half. He played I think 5-6 minutes in the second half. That's it. He played 6 minutes in third quarter, got back in the fourth, played 1 minute, got some technical foul, and Carlisle benched him. Like he came in and came out.
But he was 0-3 in the second half on threes, so I can see why he got benched.
I mean, if you are down 15, you need to play Buddy Hield. He can get hot on any point. It was crazy. Carlisle did some terrible stuff in the last game, but nonetheless, Tyrese Halliburton, even though he was benched in the last 6 minutes of the game, he had 22 potential rebound assists, and I would say he had way more. Like those 22 are like, I don't know how they count them, but if a guy goes for a wide open layup and gets fouled, that's not potential assist, even though it was wide open layup. So like that happened like 5 times for sure. Like and people were missing dunks and layups on Halliburton assists. Like he expected assists for Halliburton last year were probably like in range of 13 to 14, even without playing last 6 minutes. It was insane. I watched the entire game. I think he came back in the fourth and played 3 minutes. He created 7 shots in those 3 minutes. Like every single field goal attempts from the Bucks was his assist, and they didn't make a single one. Like we missed everything, and like 2 wide open layups and 3 wide open threes, like completely wide open, and they missed everything. And if they make any of these, he gets the assist, and they stay in the game. Yeah, I don't know. Like they were down 5 with 10 minutes left, and they're getting blown out. Crazy stuff.
There's probably some correlation with Buddy Hield's misses and Halliburton's assists as well. I didn't watch those Raptors, but okay, so twice.
Yeah,
Buddy Hield missed on a Halliburton
wide open. They played some ice defense on Halliburton, and they went with him on the pick and rolls, and he was playing pick and roll with Hield. He was wide open from the like straight from the above the break, like wide open.
Yeah, so
it wasn't even close. Like it was a brick. So I don't know what's happening with Hield when we don't bet him. Like we bet him, he was 0 from 6. Game prior to that, he was 4 from 7. Then we don't bet him, he's again 4 from 7. Then we bet him, he's 1 from 6. Yeah. Insane stuff.
We bet him twice, and he's 0 of 6 and 1 of 6 from 3. Last season, like I said, Hield was perfect when we bet him. He did not. There were bets that lost with him, but it was never his leg of the parlay, and we won a ton of bets. This season, 2 losses on Hield. Grateful apparently has Buddy Hield on his ban list. I wouldn't call him trash. I think there's going to be a lot of teams interested in him. Pacers certainly like him, but yeah, this one, it was not his game. And Badger Boy mentions that there was a miss Hield 3 that would have gotten him to 10 points and would have been assist number 8 for Halliburton. Perhaps would have gotten the Pacers closer to keeping in this game. But as it was, go ahead.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Like that was like with like 30 seconds before he pulled out everyone. It was like that possession that Halliburton assisted for Hield 3. That will quite cut the game down to 11, which was great. And as Halliburton assists to 8 with 6 minutes left, so I don't care if he pulls out Hield. Yeah, I mean, an insane game, second half. Yeah. That's all.
It's another bet. I mean, we keep talking about this. Another bet where we go the way the game went down. This one probably should have easily covered with the way it went, but it's a make or miss league, especially when it comes to betting here. And Hield was not making his shots here. But as a result, a lot of garbage time in this one, which led to a historic night for the Milwaukee Bucks franchise. 64 points for Giannis in this one, and of those 64. 26 were in the fourth quarter. D.Shifty puts in chat here. 32 free throws for Giannis. 8 minutes of garbage time. It is the most points ever scored without a three-pointer made. But yeah, 32 free throws. A lot of garbage time here. But regardless, like I don't want to take too much away from this. It is a 64-point night. Milwaukee Bucks, an historic franchise. It is a franchise record here. How was Giannis able to be so successful in this one? Let's go to Pips for this. And how did he end up getting 32 free throws? He had 24 of them.
He was getting fouled. He was getting killed like on every drive. Like they couldn't stop him at all. I know it won't go well with the narrative of our viewers probably or anyone. But first off, I wouldn't call it garbage time. It was a 5-point game with 10 minutes left. It was 15 points game with 6 minutes left. Then he got pulled out, and they came back to the 9-point game, and then he put Giannis back in. So like he was pulled out, and then he came back in because Pacers pulled back. So I mean, like if he returned with 2:30 left with 10 points game, like that's not garbage time. And yeah, I mean, 32 free throws, he was getting fouled. Like they were defending him single coverage, and everyone is undersized to defend him. And when he was driving, they were just sliding in front of him, trying to get charge and moving his feet. That's foul every single time.
Can I
Like,
show you the shot chart? Javon said in chat, it's hilarious shot chart, and I pulled up the shot chart. It's hilarious. Every make was in the restricted area. Every single field goal made was in the restricted area. He took 4 shots outside the restricted area. 3 of them were straightaway threes that all missed. One of which was like maybe just to the left of the restricted area that he also missed. But his shot chart, for any audio listeners, every make is like within the cylinder almost. This is pretty comical. So we said before the game, the Pacers don't give up threes because they just play one-on-one. They don't help. Maybe they should have started helping at some point in this one, because every make is right at the rim.
I mean, not everyone is Giannis. So in some other cases,
yeah. No, I mean,
yeah,
like for this game, like once
yeah.
Giannis is crushing them, go, okay, maybe now we switch a bit.
Outside, you have Brook Lopez, Malik Beasley, Chris Middleton, and Damian Lillard. Like, if you give those guys wide open threes, you won't get any better. You won't, It's kind of interesting. So the way they are defending, they're just okay. Like, I don't know if you saw the clip of Eric Gordon on JJ Redick podcast when they said how they played against the Golden State Warriors. They wanted them to just don't move the ball and attack like in isolation all the time, just to move them from their rhythm and like make them uncomfortable. That's not the way they are playing the basketball. That's the way the Houston Rockets play the basketball. It was about the conference finals and when they lost to the Golden State Warriors when Chris Paul got hurt. So he was just explaining. So that's how the Pacers are playing. They just, if you look at the game last night, they were just going to Giannis isolation and Lillard isolation. They weren't moving the ball. They weren't trying to play pick and rolls. They just went to Giannis. And if a team don't have Giannis or Embiid or Jokic, that's kind of decent. If you had any good defensive players, they don't have anyone like anyone, and that's the problem with them. But if they get some good defenders, that's that defense is one of the best. That's the way the Celtics are defending, and they are top 5 defense in the league for quite some time. So yeah, I just think it's not a terrible way to defend, but against Giannis, it's insane. And also, they're giving up the most field goals made at the rim in the NBA history. All right.
Sorry, what was that? They had the most field goals made in NBA history?
They are allowing the most field goals made from the restricted area in NBA history. That's why if you look at the Giannis chart, it looks insane, but they are exactly the team you can expect that to see against.
Yeah, but like I'm saying though, they're playing like they're making you score a high volume of twos here, and they're trying to make that up by scoring threes on the other end. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but there's going to be games like this naturally. I think that looking for some defenders, maybe towards the deadline, would be great for this team. But
I have one in mind that can play for them very well.
Who do you think?
OG Anunoby.
OG, well, okay, yeah. OG, I mean, they can get him. If they're ready to give up some picks and perhaps like Mathurin or something, I think like it's possible. But
if you put like two next to Haliburton, if you put two great defensive players that can shoot on the wings, then you are looking at a team that can be competitive.
That team is just disgusting if they get. I mean, they get OG, so they can actually play one-on-one against the best player because they'll just put OG on him. Yeah, that team is going to be very fun to watch, and the defense will improve drastically. But the controversy from this game came after the game. Giannis had 64 points, naturally wanted the game ball after his 64-point performance, but the Pacers had rookie Oscar Tshiebwe, who scored his first NBA regular season points. He had one free throw made, his first point in an NBA regular season game, and there was controversy about who was supposed to get the game ball. So after the game, I'll map it out for everybody. A Bucks assistant coach was seen grabbing the game ball. Somehow, the game ball ended up with the Pacers in their locker room, which caused Giannis to comically, run into run into like the back room, run to the Pacers locker room, then run back out and started cussing out Tyrese Halliburton about the game ball. Giannis wanted his 64-point game ball. Giannis wanted, the franchise record for points in the game ball. This rookie wanted the game ball for his first NBA regular season point. Controversially as well, Oscar Tshiebwe had a point in the in-season tournament championship game. Obviously, though, in-season tournament championship game, the Lakers wanted that game ball. Number two, that wasn't technically a regular season game. So, whole bunch of factors associated here. Pips, who do you think should be getting this game ball, and how do you think it could have been handled differently?
Like this is not even a question. Like I don't think like if you like give it a percentage wise who should get the ball, it's 100% Giannis. Like what are we doing here?
I
Like
don't know. Like,
yeah,
I don't know about
I'm like
100.
I'll say from my side 100%
Okay.
Giannis. I mean like one player first points on the NBA when he will have so many. Another player setting a franchise record for the last how many years, and he's like career high and in a win at home. Wow, what are we doing here? Like it's insane. Like it's my opinion. Of course, everyone can say different, but I'm saying Giannis should get the ball. It's not even close. Like that's insanity. And I say his reaction was a bit cringy, and I can go with that. It was, but pettiness from the Pacers and then trying to get the ball to the rookie, like not understanding that Giannis should get the ball after franchise record at home in a win is just crazy stuff.
So a bit of my pushback will be that, like, NBA vets, like I saw Richard Jefferson talk about this. Like, it's widely recognized that if you get like your first NBA points, like you get that game ball. That's like a widely recognized thing in the NBA. This is obviously a pretty extraordinary circumstance where the opposition player has 64 points franchise record. That was set in 2006 by Michael Redd. I would have never guessed that, but Giannis had the other day. Giannis should get the game ball. Franchise record 64 points. I understand that completely, but I think Giannis should handle this differently. I think a conversation should be had here. I didn't see that he wanted it for Lillard, who passed Korver in 3-pointers. I feel like that's even worse of a reason. But for Giannis, if he wanted the game ball for the franchise record, a conversation should be had there with Oscar Tshiebwe. And I think in some capacity, like, Oscar should be getting some compensation for that, maybe something else from the game. Perhaps Giannis buys the ball off him, whatever it may be. But the way Giannis handled that situation was very poor. I get he's upset. He wanted the game ball, 64 points. Perhaps there's a bit of a rivalry brewing after the in-season tournament game between these teams. But yeah, I think ultimately Giannis should probably get that game ball. But vote in the poll in the chat, by the way. Most of the votes are going towards Giannis here. But you have to see it from the Pacers' perspective as well. Oh, sorry.
Reminding me of Buddy Hill being trash.
Yeah, reminding of that. But yeah, would love anybody's thoughts in the chat. Pips, you kind of see my point of view on this.
Yeah, I see your point of view. I still like think it's Giannis' ball. Like I understand all that, but if I need to decide, it's Giannis' ball. Like, it's insanity for me.
What I don't understand is how there's a video of the Bucks coach grabbing the ball at the end of the game, and then how did that not end up with Giannis? How did that end up with the Pacers? And then apparently,
because Pacers went and took the ball from him.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, and I think they knew like the Giannis franchise record. Like you can't be in the home court building and don't know that stuff. Like it was just they were trying to be petty, and that's it. That's how I see it. And I watched clips and comments and everything, and that's my opinion on this topic, and that's it. I even watched the press conference of Giannis, and he did said some crazy stuff out there. But also he said he don't even have the ball of the Game 6 of the finals against the Suns, where he played one of the best games of all time, and he was like it's just additional like need to get this ball, like to
Who
have
has
at least
the Game 6 50-point game ball then?
I honestly don't know, but Giannis said that he don't have that one, and that's insanity. That's one of the best games ever.
Yeah, that
Uh,
one. That one. I don't see any reason why anybody else would have it. I mean, the Bucks should have that in like cased up somewhere as well. That one's okay. That one's a bit strange. But Giannis should have handled this differently. I get the frustration. But yeah, Giannis at the end of the day should probably have the ball. He said after the game, it's still unclear who has the game ball. And it's still Giannis apparently has one, and he doesn't know if
I
it
was
is their
listening.
game ball.
I was listening to it, and he was saying like, I played 36 minutes in the game, and I know how that ball feels, and this ball feels like just a new ball from the that was never played the basketball with. So
Okay, that's
maybe they do. I know. Maybe they don't. I don't know.
That's okay. That's pretty crazy for Giannis to say that, but we're in agreement. Giannis should probably get the game ball. I'm looking forward to seeing how this saga ends. I'd love to see Oscar just post on Instagram a photo of him holding the ball just to be ultra petty about it. That would probably set off some fireworks and be hilarious. Or maybe Giannis posts a photo with it and says finally got it. But hopefully Oscar Tshiebwe is compensated in some capacity. That's how I feel. Okay. That's all we have for today, guys. Remember, if you're tailing the picks, you're supporting the show, smash that like button. It really makes a big difference to the channel, helps us end up on some more YouTube recommended pages, and subscribe to keep up to date with all pick and roll episodes. And today is Thursday, so subscribe as well because me and Kirk Evans are going live a little bit later on today to discuss some trending NBA topics. We're going to be talking New York Knicks. We're going to be talking Draymond Green suspension, and we're going to be talking some trades and trade candidates because tomorrow free agents open up. Or sorry,
we didn't touch of the Draymond Green suspension, even though it was a topic last night, and he's suspended indefinitely. So that's more than 10 games.
Well, it's probably he's got to meet a certain criteria before coming back for like, I don't know. I wouldn't call it therapy, but like counseling or whatever it may be. I think the NBA is handling this well, and it is a league safety issue.
I don't think he's back before the All-Star.
Wow, that's mid-February. That would be pretty crazy. If he gets anything like the jaw suspension, I'd be pretty surprised. But we'll see. I mean, the NBA wants to crack down on this, so we'll certainly see how that transpires. But yeah, more on that a little bit later on today. So notifications on as well to keep up to date. All right, let's go to the picks that we have for today. First of all, it's De'Aaron Fox under 30.5 points, -120 at BetMGM, and DraftKings should still be up from the last time I checked. And the second play is a Nikola Jokic triple-double, +120 at ESPN Bet, +115 at MGM is also A-OK to take. So 2 picks. Let's try to have a 2-0 day. Really get this week going. Set us up for a big Friday with a potential bonus SGP live tomorrow on Pick and Roll. Me and Pips will be back and hope to see you there.